world is full of people telling you who to believe they are. Well, we thought we'd tell you who we're not. Let's start here. We're not in shipping. We don't make lifts. Seriously, no lifts. We do this. We're good at this. And we make all of these. And even though you'll find us here and here, we don't make energy. We make you save it. And you'll be saving the environment too. Are we an internet company? Well, we connect and power just about everything around you, helping machines talk to each other and to you, making your world more personal. We're seeking out the big questions and answering them honestly. Like, how can we make the most of our energy and resources? Or can we make access to energy and digital basic human rights? We're real people, employees, developers, partners, investors, and inventors, all passionate about doing what's right. We're open. Humans of all sorts from all over, learning from each other and about each other. We're not here to save the world. It'll go on with or without us. We're here to be your digital partner for sustainability and efficiency, to ensure life is on everywhere, for everyone at every moment.
Hello, and welcome to Schneider Electric Innovation Summit. It's always good to be with you, but first, I really hope you and your loved ones are all safe and well. When we spoke this time last year, our world was seeing the first ray of hope to move out of the crisis because the first of vaccines were getting approved and rolling out. Now, we are a year later, the world is different to back then, but we are still faced with many challenges, lockdowns, difficulties to travel, and we know disruption in every industry in the supply chain. And I want first to start by expressing thanks for your patience, trust, and partnership during these difficult times. I know that in many places we've been facing difficulties for deliveries, and I can tell you that we are completely mobilized, and our teams are working diligently to support you wherever you are and whatever your issues are. When we reflect on these past 18 months, our society has gone through a massive ordeal, but we've learned a lot. One of the most foundational learnings has been the focus on digitization. We all have improved a lot in the way we use digitization, the way we work together, the way we operate, and this includes everything from working remotely to using digital technology to do everything we used to do in person. As we return to more elements of our life and our work in person, we need to maintain these digital reflexes that made us much more efficient. And while the COVID pandemic is a devastation in many places of the world, and we have all collectively realized that if a virus could threaten our lifestyle, climate change could destroy it. We cannot lose sight of the biggest looming threat of our generation, for our generation, climate change. IPCC report has described climate change as a code red for humanity. This is an issue we, as a society, have created. But it is also a crisis that we, as society, and with technology, can resolve. And this is why we are talking together today. At Schneider Electric, our purpose is to empower all, to make the most of our energy and resources, and leverage technology to bridge progress and sustainability for all. Our mission is to be your digital partner for efficiency and sustainability, because efficiency is the base of sustainability. Some people People are talking about the horizon of 2050. Some people speak about the horizon of 2040. We are convinced that the true horizon is 2030 because the phenomenon of carbon emissions and climate change has a long tail, and if we don't act now, we shall never meet the objectives of 2040 and 2050. Current pledges of all the companies and countries in the world will account for a reduction of 3 gigatons, which is not enough. And we see it in our daily life. Climate disasters are happening at every moment and in every place of the world, and they have a significant cost and impact on our society. At a minimum, we don't have to reduce by 3 gigatons, we have to reduce by 10 gigatons by 2030 to meet the 1.5 degree trajectory. That means we need to go at least 3 times faster than the current plans. There is no doubt we face together a big challenge. But there is one silver lining in all of this. We have today the technologies and the means to solve it. We need to do this while ensuring that everyone on Earth has access to the basic rights of the reliable energy and an access to digital, as we know that these are passport to a decent life and to economic inclusion. The technologies that we need to be implementing 3 times faster need to be directed in 3 simple directions. Electrification, because it's the only way to decarbonize, decarbonization of electricity production, and efficiency. These 3 action areas have the potential to reduce emissions in line with what we need to do to transition our energy system and be back on a 1.5 degree trajectory. At Schneider, we've been on this sustainability journey for 15 years. And 2021 was a truly special year that recognized our impact as Corporate Knights awarded us the recognition of being the most sustainable corporation in the world. This award, along with many others we have received, is a testament to everyone, our employees, our partners, our customers, our investors, who have been on this journey with us. Sustainability is not just a part of our business. Sustainability is a core of our strategy. It exists in everything we do, what we do, and how we do it. We have both the technologies and the expertise to support our clients on their sustainability journey, no matter where they are starting from. We are committed to being part of the solution through helping our supply chain become more sustainable. In 2021, we established a zero-carbon project where we will help our top 1,000 suppliers reduce by 50% their emissions by 2025. And the world has realized that the triptych of sustainability is intertwined. More sustainability is based on a world that's going to be more digital and more electric. And we realize together that those 3 elements, which are closely linked, have known an inflection on an acceleration point in the past 2 years. We want to bring this vision to life and make it real. I want to dig a bit deeper into what we consider are the big 4 integrations that we have been working on at Schneider, making sure that we supply you or provide you with a complete plug-and-play integrated solution with really a seamless integration. On the 4th dimension of integration that we want to see happening for a superior level of efficiency are the following. As you know, making sure, number 1, that energy and automation are closely integrated. Number 2, that everything is connected from every endpoint on the shop floor in the infrastructure to the cloud, so that everybody can see a digital twin of what is happening in the physical world. Number three, allow or enable our customers to operate their own installations from design into building, into commissioning, into operation, on maintenance, through one digital thread on one consistent digital twin. And finally, accompany our customers so that they move from the traditional way of managing efficiency side by side, building by building, plant by plant, to the new way of managing company on the full scale of your company, thanks to integrated company management and thanks to unified operation centers. So all of that is waiting just around the corner. So let's go together and have a look. Let's first speak about the first integration, the one that brings together energy management and automation for more efficiency in energy and in process, therefore in consumption of resources. And I could go through the theory of the case, but I'd rather go straight to two examples that will show you the kind of efficiency you get when we bring together the combined management of energy and process. And let's start with industry, because industry is the ultimate place for efficiency. I'd like to bring you to the US and meet with Guardian Glass. Guardian Glass produces glass at a constant rate as a continuous ribbon at 700 tons per day. As any manufacturer in this industry, any downtime costs them significantly, and it's difficult to restart a process that has stopped. So reliability is critical. Actually, the whole production line is mission critical. Our recent work was related to a full Ecostruxure power solution, with a major benefit from the full suite of offers that integrate and work seamlessly together. And you know what? Rather than speaking myself of it, I invite you to listen to Mike Flesh. He's Senior Control Engineer at Guardian Glass, and he will explain us, much better than I can do, what Guardian Glass is doing. Take a look and listen to Mike.
Ecostruxure Power Monitoring Expert software allows me to monitor the power factor correction capacitors. It allows me to realize a 4% monthly credit from my power company utility. The credit alone justified the project and allowed it to have a 2-year payback. I don't really worry. We're doing everything we can to advance technology in glass because it plays a very important role in our living and working environments.
Our second example focuses on the future of buildings, which we believe will be sustainable, resilient, hyper-efficient, and people-centric. Earlier this year, in Grenoble, we opened the doors to Intensity, our latest flagship building, which is hosting our R&D. We've designed the site to be a world-leading example of energy-efficient building. It's energy and carbon neutral. It's more than 8 times more efficient than the average building in Europe. We've used, of course, our Ecostruxure for buildings that it brings together sustainability monitoring and building management systems. To share more on it, I'm delighted to be with Eddie Wood, the head of engineering at Bouygues Immobilier, our real estate partner who delivered Intensity. Eddie, thank you very much for participating today. Welcome. You've been leading the design and construction since the beginning. What can you say about how we achieved its level of efficiency?
Hi, Jean-Pascal. A number of key factors contribute to Intensity's energy efficiency. The initial brief outlined a totally new ambition for building and energy performance. It's a superb example of driving the potential of data integration throughout the life cycle in order to achieve an optimum result. From the outset, we relied on a robust energy-efficient design and a high-definition dynamic energy model comprising about 500,000 variables. This was provided by our energy manager via the digital twin and was used to predict the way the building was going to operate. This has allowed us to know how, why, and where energy was going to be used, and importantly, how it was going to be saved. We also used the energy model to ensure that the designers and the contractors complied with the brief and in order to commission the building. Once the building was fully commissioned and handed over, we entered into an energy monitoring and calibration period of both the virtual and the physical asset. When there is a discrepancy, we recalibrate, either virtually or physically, depending on the source of the discrepancy. We continue to use the energy model, stimulated by real-time building and weather data to further optimize the performance of the building. Last but not least, digital technologies, in addition to driving energy performance, allow building occupants to actively contribute to the energy performance optimization.
So Eddie, thank you very much. Thank you for participating on giving that testimony to all of our customers. We are very proud of the environmental performance of the building. We thank you, your teams on Bouygues, for making that possible. Of course, with all of our sites, it's of course about efficiency and carbon neutrality, but it's about creating a better space for employees. And what we've seen is that the same digital technologies which make us more efficient have helped create a flexible, adaptive and collaborative space for them. So once again, thank you very much. The second integration is about connecting everything from the endpoint to the cloud. This is about connecting things together so that we bring a digital image of everything on the shop floor to the cloud so that we can all have the ability to monitor, control, predict any future issues, and it guarantees interoperability from all our systems from the shop floor to the cloud. With Ecostruxure automation expert, digital or industrial enterprises are going to a 100% engineering efficiency, and I'll try to express that later. They are making our industries ready for 100% effectiveness and really 100% future-proof, because again, there is no border between IT and OT, and software can operate directly on the data generated by the shop floor. So let's take a look at what we mean by 100% future-proof, and let me click on the demo that we have here. Ecostruxure Automation Expert makes it easy to add and modify equipment quickly, even from different vendors. In this example, for instance, the plant manager wants to integrate a new equipment within the plant, say a new machine. Let's click. The engineer just adds a software gateway from the ready-to-use library. The communication between the control application and the third-party machine, in this case not a Schneider machine, is now set up. That makes it really easy and cost-effective to orchestrate this new equipment and make sure that an automation system of Schneider can welcome any kind of equipment within the process. Now let's take another example. In this example, another thing that we've all run into, the plant operator gets a warning that the CPU is overstressed. In this case, and let's click, the engineer can simply redeploy the application to another device without changing a single line of the application code. Automation being software-defined, the computing can be centralized or completely decentralized on all the objects you have on your automation line. It's your choice, but it allows you to distress the system in a considerable manner and make it more resilient. You see how easy it was to migrate your control application to a new hardware platform. This is what we mean now by 100% future-proof. That really is a game changer. Let's state it. It's a bold move, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Time to speak about the third integration, and it's probably the place where we have invested the most in the past year. It's all about digitizing the full life cycle of the places where Schneider operates. Industrial process, electrical installation, and building project from the construction time. So we've built, for all of those three processes, a complete digital thread from design into build, into commissioning, into operations, down to the maintenance. Within the life cycle, we now have the most comprehensive and integrated portfolio of software. We've done, in 2020, a lot of new acquisitions in this field, and I'd like to introduce them to you. We've been connecting the dots to empower customers and partners to make better informed decisions to drive sustainability. Let's start by ETAP, a company which is a worldwide leader, recognized leader in electrical calculation and simulation. It supports electrification and associated decarbonization scenario. With ETAP, you can really modelize the whole of your electrical installation. Let's move on now to the other newcomer in the company. RIB software. RIB is an incredible cloud-based platform it leads the digital transformation of the construction industry. It leads in 3D, which we know, but it goes into 4D, which is timing of the project, means scheduling of it, the 5D, the costing of the options you take, on 6D, the sustainability consequences of the decisions you make. And all of this, of course, is integrated into the BIM environment. But it's really important to understand the costing, to understand also the carbon quantity of all of those choices. And RIB will bring you the as-built circularity passport of your building at the end of a stage. We also, third investment, made an investment into Planon, which is a reference in smart buildings for facility managers and real estate managers. Once your building is connected, Planon will organize all optimization of the maintenance and of the usage of your building. It will aggregate not only life cycle energy performance and real estate portfolio scope, but it will offer also the trusted repository for circularity of any building and infrastructure. And finally, Osisoft. OSI has been a pioneer and has now been for many years a leader in real-time, contextualized and structured industrial data on which you can run algorithms on AI. This company has been acquired by our strategic partner Aviva, combining the unparalleled portfolio of application of Aviva from design to operation, together with the unparalleled data ingestion and structuration capability of Osisoft. This gives our industrial customers an incredible capacity to digitize their own installation. Our teams are now building our future offer, the one that covers the entire spectrum of building, power, and industry into one coordinated package, to deliver on the full equation of efficiency and sustainability. We bring together the unique capabilities of each of these offers and companies to create outstanding benefits for our customers. By integrating these offers, we are able to bridge the gaps that exist between those universes. Take a very simple example. You modify your process, you have to modify your electrical supply. This is all coordinated with our software. And there again, I'd rather speak with examples. They speak better than the theory. An example in building is what Swire Properties, a leading property developer in Asia, owner and operators of mixed-use properties headquartered in Hong Kong, has been doing in engaging across the life cycle. The benefit started with integration of energy and automation by using Ecostruxure power portfolio and Ecostruxure building into one system. Now we are working on the build phase by leveraging M2 of RIB to digitize all the construction processes with the ambition of partnering on the operate maintain using IWMS from Planon. So all of it, Ecostruxure, RIB and Planon, supply a complete, continuous and integrated approach across the customer's real estate life cycle. Moving into another example into power, we can work our way across the start of the life cycle. In the design phase, our customers use simulation using ETAP as a software. They can size the electrical installation using the ALPI module of our software, and then they can configure and quote their electrical distribution panel thanks to what we do through IGXAO. And as we commission everything, all of this is translated into the real-time world, into Ecostruxure power, breaking the traditional silo between the CapEx phase, the project phase, and the operation phase. Within the customer life cycle, a key element is the power of the digital twin. Roubaix Sanin Chemical Industry Company has an ambition to be more environmentally friendly, and to be at the same time an industry-leading smart factory. They have well understood that smart and green go together. So they have been leveraging Ecostruxure for oil and gas and petrochemicals, Aviva asset information management software, and they allow universal access to engineering information generated during the construction phase and real-time data generated during the production and management to have a complete repository of their information, construction and operation into one digital twin to optimize production and operation. And with that, on running algorithm on that sum of data, they have seen a considerable improvement of their efficiency. Now, that brings us to our final integration. Moving from the traditional way of doing, side by side, plan by plan, building by building, to a completely integrated company management solution. We are now celebrating this year a full year of the successful merger with Larsen & Toubro electrical and automation business in India. And with this merger, we are on the right path to transform the future of electrical and automation industry in India and in many other countries around India. So let's move to India and let's look at what we have done by helping a company to go into integrated company management. And it has been a topic in India, which is a huge country, for many of our customers. So within India, our teams have been helping Uttarakhand, the second fastest growing state in India. This region of India has difficult terrain, requiring its people to travel long distances to pay for their utility bills. They need a way to bridge that gap between the government and the citizen. This new state data center is built to consolidate services, applications, and infrastructure to provide sustainable digital delivery of government services. This state asked us to use Ecostruxure for data center offers. Let's hear what Amit Kumar Sinha, the director of ITDA, has to say about this experience of integration.
It is the first state-run data center in the country with 100% software-based HCI technology. Asset Advisor provides us data insight for predictive analysis, triggers proactive alerts, and publishes recommendations based on historical data. With Schneider Electric Solution, we aim to secure 100% uptime of e-governance portal. Through e-governance services, we seek to improve public service delivery to the citizens for an improved livability.
So you see that through the integration of all these offers, which connect all different systems and locations to help citizens, the state has offered improved livability to their citizens. So now we're going to leave India, which again has become a very large country for us. You can see that the four integrations are part of the answer towards our path to a greater efficiency, therefore greater sustainability, which is at the core of everything we are doing. Yet, our path to sustainability still needs more. And I'd like to add one more voice to the conversation. I've asked one of the leaders of our sustainability efforts, Susan Uttayakumar, to join me today. Susan, can you come here? Thank you for joining us. Susan, we recently announced the acceleration of our sustainability consulting business. What are you seeing in the marketplace that is behind our growth in this domain?
Well, Jean-Pascal, it's really great to see you. And what I see in the marketplace, that everything that sustainability is accelerating. So there's a greater demand in the Americas, in Europe, in Asia Pacific for services such as consulting in terms of sustainability, in terms of renewable procurement, and in terms of ESG reporting. And I'm definitely seeing that if a company is not seen to be doing measurable actions, there is repercussions from stakeholders, and they really stand to impact their brand. And I'm also seeing that in this external environment, for players like Schneider, who can deliver end-to-end solution, there's a greater need.
How can our expertise on consulting help our customers on their journey to sustainability?
Well, Jean-Pascal, I use the analogy of a doctor. So Schneider Electric is a doctor, and the Sustainability Business Division is the cure. So what we do is we work with our clients and customers to establish the baseline of their emissions. And once we know them, we set goals in terms of how they can decarbonize. So the prescription that we may offer is renewable energy procurement, energy efficiency by bringing in digitization, process optimization, and by doing this, we are their trusted advisor for sustainability.
But who precisely do you help with that prescription?
Okay, so we help enterprise customers, who have multi-site, multi-country operations. We help medium-sized customers, and really, we can help any of our clients in whichever stage of the journey they're in and whichever maturity they're in terms of sustainability. And there are great examples across the globe on what we have done, Jean-Pascal.
Yeah, you take a completely agnostic view to the subject. When you speak to our customers about sustainability, is without taking into account the rest of Schneider.
First of all, we are the trusted advisor, so we always start with the agnostic approach. But when it makes sense, when the client asks for it, we always bring in all of the end-to-end solutions that Schneider can bring, because really, there's no one in the market that can do what we can do from an end-to-end standpoint.
So you are the doctor, but you bring along a lot of pharmacists.
Absolutely.
Right. And what advice would you tell our customers about their journey to sustainability? What would you advise them to do?
Well, I will tell them that sustainability is not a nice to have anymore. It's a must have, and your stakeholders are really expecting you to deliver on measurable action. So if you haven't started, it's time to accelerate, and we are here to be your trusted partner and to help you all along the way.
And it goes along with your efficiency, actually. When you are becoming more sustainable, you are also performing better.
Absolutely. So we start first with efficiency. So we remove any resources that you don't need to consume, and then we move to replace. So if you're using high carbon intensity power, we bring in renewables. And once that's done, we move to your value chain to work with your suppliers, because really you need to address scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3 emissions.
So really help you to help your scope 3 on progress on the scope 3 on source the best source of energy, green and cheap.
I couldn't have said it better.
Okay, well, thank you. You convinced me. Thank you very much, Susan. So you see that if we want to meet our commitments and create a sustainable and inclusive future, we certainly have to do more. And we know that today we are not on the right trajectory. There are a few of the ways we are showing our commitment and expertise on this path to sustainability, and what we love to do is to help our customers to go on the same journey. So I hope you will join us. We hope to collaborate with you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Jean-Pascal, for that thought-provoking look at the future of energy management, automation, and sustainability.
Next, we're going to take a deeper look at exactly how Schneider Electric is working to make that future possible, with new offers and innovations that will accelerate your journey towards new levels of resiliency, sustainability, and digitization. In a couple minutes, Schneider Electric's Chief Marketing Officer, Chris Leong, will announce these offers for the very first time and talk about what they mean for you.
Before we get to that, we want to give you a closer look at Guardian Glass, one of the stories our CEO, Jean-Pascal Tricoire, highlighted a few minutes ago. We've documented their story, and we want to show it to you now.
So stay close. We'll be back with Chris Leong and our world premiere in 2 minutes. But first, take a look at how Guardian Glass is using Ecostruxure Power Solution to make their business more efficient.
Guardian Glass is one of the world's largest manufacturers of float and fabricated glass. People take glass for granted. If it weren't for glass, all of us would be cold. We would not be able to drive our cars. We produce glass at a constant rate, and that glass is a continuous ribbon, and we pull approximately 700 tons per day. Reliability means having the uptime 365 days, 24/7. Voltage sags will cause equipment downtime, reduce lifetime. If we have an unexpected shutdown, it would be costly to us for sure. Ecostruxure power monitoring expert software allows me to monitor the power factor correction capacitors as well as monitor the power coming into my plant. I can measure that from anywhere remotely to ensure all the systems are working properly in the plant. The previous capacitor banks that we had failed. Installing the Schneider Electric VARSET power factor correction capacitor banks allows me to realize a 4% monthly credit from my power company utility. The credit alone justified the project and allowed it to have a 2-year payback. I don't really worry. We're doing everything we can to advance technology in glass because it plays a very important role in our living and working environments.
As you know, at Schneider Electric, we are obsessed with innovation, bringing the best of digital solutions to the world of energy management and automation to achieve greater efficiency and sustainability. I'm excited to be here today to introduce you to some of our latest solutions. I'm standing inside our Ecostruxure Solution Lab, which is the perfect place to showcase our greatest and latest innovation. As Jean-Pascal just mentioned, our mission at Schneider Electric is to be your digital partner for sustainability and efficiency. Our obsession with innovation over 185 years ago has continued to be our guiding principle in delivering award-winning products. We invented selectivity and cascading over 30 years ago. We introduced the very first PLC created by Marty Kahn in 1968. And more recently, we launched SM-AirSet, the world's first green, completely SF6-free range of switchgear powered by pure air. But we're just getting started. As you'll see today, we continue to introduce amazing innovation at every level across our immensely rich portfolio. Everything we do is focused on helping you, our customer, to address your needs and challenges. Whether it's using software and digital technology to make your operations more efficient and resilient, working to digitize and automate your control system, or helping you meet your ambitious sustainability goals. So let's take a closer look at how we're bringing that innovation to you, including 4 new offers that we're announcing for the first time here at Innovation Summit World Tour 2021. Let's start with efficiency. Efficiency has never been more important for buildings, industries, and infrastructure. We know it's a top priority for you, and we're leading the way, ensuring safe, efficient, reliable, connected, and sustainable solutions for everyone, everywhere, at every moment. A few quick examples. In buildings, Ecostruxure Building Operations and Planon, our partner, are making buildings smarter, more efficient, transforming building management and turning data into value for buildings, owners, and users. Beyond building operations, we are partnering with world-leading independent software companies to build an unrivaled software portfolio across the entire building lifecycle. At the design phase, LP, ETAP, IGE+XAO, and Ecostruxure Power Design offers unparalleled performance in electrical design and engineering and simulation. In the industrial and manufacturing space, Motor Management Architecture, which combines Altiva, TISIS, and expert advisors, are improving safety and performance and harnessing the power of automation to boost energy efficiency.